Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I am Maria Milagros. I am a speaker, an author, and a life coach. And I had in mind something very particular to talk about today. And then right before I sat down, during my meditation, my spirit kind of took over, and I have something else that I have to tell you. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing and strong and capable and resilient and resourceful. And those are the truths about who you are. And a lot of people don't let themselves hear those truths or give themselves permission to embrace those truths because they believe that it needs to have like ridiculous amounts of evidence all the time in comparison to other people. Let me explain. You were born. The chance of you being here is 1 in 400 quadrillion, which means you are here on purpose. There is no one on this planet who is here by mistake. I don't care if your parents used a condom or didn't use a condom, or the condom broke, or it was like, oopsies. I don't care what the story was. I don't care if they told you that you were unplanned. The reality is that the chance of you being here is so minimal that the fact that you were born means that you are here on purpose, which means that you have been given a whole life to live, and whatever impact you're making on the planet is having ripple effects on the entire planet. That sounds like huge and magnificent because it is. You are amazing. You were born, and your birthright is to live a life that is deserving and worthy of joy and peace and happiness and fun and love. You don't have to earn those things. They are your birthright. You are automatically deserving and worthy because you were born. You, the miracle, the 1 in 400 quadrillion, you. You are amazing. You've overcome your hardest days to date. 100% of your hardest days you've overcome, which is a reminder and, if you will, evidence that you are strong and resilient and resourceful and capable. You are loved and you are loving and you are lovable. You are lovable. Even on your most difficult days, you are lovable. I recently had a little situation, I say little, it flipped my world. That occurred, and I really wanted to go down this path of darkness and feel bad for myself and beat myself up and tell myself all these horrible things about who I'm not, based on this old programming that I have been taught growing up. You know, not being good enough or pretty enough or smart enough or whatever enough, not being a good enough parent or whatever. And it was interesting in that space. I kept going in and out of this darkness, and my spirit was like, we made a decision and you can pass through, but you're not staying there. And it was so powerful for me because I say this all the time. The most powerful thing we have is the story we tell ourselves about who we are, what that means, and what we are capable of. And I wrote that story, and I rewrite that story, and I tweak that story, and I'm intentional. I am intentional about living that story. And I'm intentional about doing it with peace and with fun and with joy and with gratitude and with love. And I hit the mark a lot now, but not so much when I first got started. And sometimes I miss it. Because guess what? I'm a whole human. And so are you. And you get to decide who you're going to be and how you're going to show up in the spaces of your life. And so my spirit was like, we're not staying here. Take your time. Do what you got to do. But I'm not joining you, and we're not staying here. Because your spirit, your higher self, your greater self, your source knows how amazing and incredible and strong and brilliant and beautiful and capable you are. And it will not join you in the darkness. It cannot, because it is light and it is love. So I wanted to just, when we talk about decisions, we have to decide who we're going to be, how we're going to show up, what that means. And then we have to be willing to take action in that direction. And when we do, when we decide to do it with consistency, with self-awareness, with intentionality, whoo, child, I can't even tell you. You won't be able to stay in the dark places very long because you're so well practiced at the opposite, at your birthright, that you cannot allow yourself to stay there anymore. You're almost like It's like you are internally aware, consciously and unconsciously aware that you are here on purpose, and a whole miracle, that your birth in and of itself was a miracle. The chance of you being here is 1 in 400 quadrillion, and there's something, I believe that there's something in every single one of us that knows that to be true. And that's why we feel this turmoil when we don't make decisions that are aligned with our health and happiness, because we're too concerned and worried about what other people will think and how they will judge us. And then we turn that on ourselves and we pity party ourselves, or we beat ourselves up, or we go into these dark spaces. And we do this because we are disconnected from the truth of who we are, from our own deserving and worthiness. And you are amazing. And so let us decide today, right? Let us decide today, this here last day of June, that we are done with letting ourselves go into those places that are not healthy, that are not going to help us grow, that actually just hold us back and keep us limited and keep us trapped and keep us feeling like we have all this control that we actually don't have. And then when we don't have it, we spiral and we get overwhelmed. Ugh, I'm so over it. And I say that often, like I'm so over it. And each time that I say it, I'm over it faster than the previous time, because I made a decision and I intentionally put that into practice. So I recognize that this is not for everybody. Not everybody's going to fully get what I'm talking about. And there are some people who are ready and they get it. And like, this is for you. And for everyone else, let me just be the one to give you permission and a reminder that you are amazing and strong and beautiful and intelligent and capable. And the chance of you being here is 1 in 400 quadrillion, which means you are a miracle and you are deserving and worthy of a life that is filled with fun and joy and peace and ease and happiness and love and love and love and love from yourself first and foremost, and then love from everywhere and everyone. Sheesh, y'all. I really feel like within myself, this thing that happened is really driving me deeper to my spirit and to my space of love and light. And it's really like, all right, let's go. Because there was a moment where I said to myself in the darkness, what's the point? And then my spirit was like, are you kidding? Because you're 1 in 400 quadrillion. And you know this. And everybody here has a purpose. And even if that purpose is smiling at a stranger, you made an impact. If that purpose is you yourself taking care of yourself and lining up with love so that you bring love into the spaces of your life, you made an impact. If that purpose is telling jokes and making people laugh and feel good, you've made an impact. If that purpose is holding doors, you've made an impact. It doesn't have to be building water wells in third world countries, although it can be. It can be as simple as loving yourself enough to know that you are deserving and worthy, and then choosing to look at other humans the same way. It's time to decide. It is time to decide. How about now? How about now we decide who we're going to be, what that means, who we are, what that means, and what we are capable of. We are amazing, incredible, extraordinary beings. Having a temporary experience. Temporary. So what does that mean? That means, for me, it means I'm going to enjoy it as much as possible. Because I've been to the depression. I've been to the abuse. I've been to the dark side. Hell, I used to train people on the dark side. Right? I'm over it. I have decided. I do declare, I say that often too. Let us make new decisions moving forward about our futures. Because we are deserving and worthy. And then we align with those stories, and we are consistent and intentional about those stories, and we are self-aware enough to recognize when we miss the mark so that we can shift and learn and grow and access and expand and evolve. And then the next time it's faster and easier and faster and easier, and then eventually we get to a place where we're aligned. And it comes and goes and it ebbs and flows, and that's life. But it all starts with a decision. The most powerful thing we have is the story we tell ourselves about who we are, what that means, and what we're capable of. So let's decide to tell that story of power. Woo, child. Happy end of June. Happy beginning of July. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about that. And I love you because I love me. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. I'm a life coach. If you need help, holla at your girl. I'm taking new clients, and I do a lot of speaking, personal growth and development, leadership. That's one pillar. Self-care and fitness is another pillar. And then interpersonal relations and race relations is the third pillar. So you know how to reach me. supersparklyeverything@gmail.com. See you next time. Peace.